And moving on, let's turn our attention to the conflict-torn nation of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The country has signed a ceasefire deal with the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels to end the decades-long fighting that has devastated Eastern Congo. The deal was signed in Doha on Saturday, following months of Qatari mediation, after talks began in April of this year. Both sides have now signed a declaration of principles, whose terms include a permanent ceasefire. More details on the deal are awaited. The DRC had previously rejected the idea of holding talks with the M23, branding it as a terrorist group. But in April, both sides pledged to work toward a ceasefire. This ceasefire deal follows a separate peace deal that was signed by the Congolese and Rwandan governments in Washington last month. However, one of the main parties in the conflict, that is the M23 representatives, were not a part of this US-brokered peace deal. At the signing of the peace deal in Washington, President Trump had warned of very severe penalties if the deal was violated. Trump's push for peace in the DRC is aimed at accessing the country's vast mineral wealth. The US has welcomed the new declaration of principles between the DRC and the M23 rebels and urged continued discussions to reach a full peace agreement. Following the signing of the deal in Doha, now Rwanda thanked Qatar and the United States for mediating the accord. Even the African Union hailed the new agreement as a significant development. So what happens next? According to the declaration, negotiations for a peace agreement are to start no later than the 8th of August. Both sides are expected to finalize a comprehensive peace agreement by their self-imposed deadline of the 18th of August. Since January, the M23 rebels have controlled Eastern Congo's largest city, Goma, and have also made gains across North Kivu and South Kivu provinces. The fighting has killed thousands and displaced hundreds of thousands more this year. Several of the DRC's neighbors already have troops deployed in the volatile region. The DRC, the United Nations, and Western powers have accused Rwanda of supporting the M23 by sending troops and arms. However, Rwanda has long denied these accusations, saying its forces are acting in self-defense against the DRC's army and ethnic Hutu fighters linked to the 1994 Rwandan genocide. This is not the first time such a peace agreement has been signed. Such agreements have been made earlier as well, but none could deliver what it promised. However, some of the people still view the latest ceasefire deal with optimism and hope for a better future.
First of all, the Congolese government leaders have taken a step forward, as they had previously taken strong positions on direct talks with the AFC-M23 coalition. But in this declaration, the Congolese government undertakes to enter into direct talks with the M23 to find a peaceful consensus for the peaceful resolution of the root causes of the conflict in the east of the DRC.
The two parties have to put aside their egos, their particular interests, and put the general interest first. The general interest today is peace, nothing but peace.
And that is what it all boils down to for the common public. It's peace. Now it remains to be seen if this time an actual effective peace deal can be signed between DRC and the M23 rebels, or the history of collapsing ceasefire agreements will repeat itself.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakay ho.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
Yon todo do idioma.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.